Hey guys, welcome back to another Dragonheir Silent Gods video. In today's video I'm going to be showcasing the fourth team that I've been using for the MEKKATORQUE boss so far on day one. I have done a lot of testing with it, however, since recording this video I have seen a few different variations with a similar team, so I will be trying that out tomorrow. Obviously with it being the first day, it's a little bit of a rush to get your teams together, especially if you're a little bit short on time. So this team is what I've used for day one. There may be some tweaks of it over the next few days, however, to increase the damage. Before I get into showcasing the team though, I do just want to say a huge thank you to Dragonheir Silent Gods for sponsoring today's video. If you are interested in getting involved and playing Dragonheir, please do click the link in the description or the pinned comment and get involved today for free. So the team I'm going to be showcasing in this video today, I have already done the runs, I've pre-recorded them just because of how much of a time pressure it is to get all your teams together on that first day. So as you can see here, it is a team consisting of no legendaries. It's 3 rares and 2 epics. So first off, if we look at Furubath. So Furubath is my tank for this fight. He is running in a high accuracy build with a good amount of defensive stats. So I've got him built in the Mona Lisa's set as well to increase the healing in my team. So every time he uses his ultimate skill, he will be placing healing somebody who's the lowest HP by 15%. He's also wearing the Spiritual Incense Burner as well, just to reduce the cooldown of his ultimate skill and get that cycling a bit faster as well. Next up, I've got Hexandra. So Hexandra is my healer for this team. As you can see, she is built with a good amount of Enlightenment and a good amount of Skill Haste. Outside of that, it's just defensive stats, built in the Ancestral Protection set to keep everybody alive and reduce the damage they're taking. I have got her in the Gatekeeper's Staff. That's just to get a little bit extra shielding and a bit more survival out of my team. And keeping some of these rares alive was a little bit of a challenge, and I didn't want to kind of give them more defensive stats than they were already wearing, so I didn't want to overcommit to that. As I say, this is kind of the first iteration of my team. It may see some tweaks in the coming days, but we will see. So next up, I've got my Witch's Remains target, hero. So that is Yola. So I've got her built in a high attack build. I'd love to get a bit more crit rate into her, but her primary focus is placing the debuffs from Witch's Remains, so defense penalty. She's also bringing attack penalty on her ultimate skill, so that's making sure that's up on the boss at all times. And I've got her built in the Cyril set, so every time she does use that ultimate skill, she does increase the attack of the rest of my team by 15%. Next up, I've got my first damage dealer, and that is Eli. So Eli is built in a damage build instead of a enlightenment build. So as you can see, he's got a good amount of crit rate, good amount of crit damage, well, relatively low crit damage actually, but a good amount of attack. And he is wearing the Ravatrix's Roots artifact from completing Fey Meander in Season 2. And in terms of the set, he's wearing the Inventor set just because it is some of my best damage gear at the moment in this season. I do plan on rolling some more things and maybe even farming a little bit more in the next few days. But it's what I had available to me and therefore was the best build for him for this boss. Next up, I've got my Sigrid. Sigrid is also built in the Inventor set with a good amount of crit rate, good amount of crit damage and attack. She's also got a relatively decent amount of accuracy. I didn't want to focus on it too much. I just need her to place her heal reduction once during the fight. The reason for this is it allows an additional 10% damage taken from all of the targets on the boss. And in terms of artifact, she is wearing the Eyeball of the Giant artifact, so a good amount of attack boost and also a damage bonus on her ultimate skill, which, as we've known with Sigrid for a while, whenever a target dies, she does get her ultimate recharged. So she is using her ultimate skill twice per rotation of the boss in this fight. So before we jump into the run, I do just want to look at the skill timings as well. So as you can see here, I've got it set up so Eli and Iola are going every 30 seconds, and so is Furubath. Furubath's is timed, so he uses his attack penalty just before the boss uses his ultimate. And outside of that, Iola goes just after the ads spawn to defense penalty them, then followed by Eli's AoE attack, and Sigrid will also attack at that point. Obviously, she will attack just after that as well when the ads all die, so she gets her turn meter back. So it allows her to use that second use of her ultimate skill. And then obviously, once we get back round to the ads, it's just rinse and repeat. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut to the run, and I'll jump back in at the end of the run and we'll discuss how it went. And I will talk to you about the potential changes that I will be bringing into the team in the next couple of days. And there you go. As you can see, with around 30 seconds left, I have started to lose my damage dealers. In fact, just under 30 seconds. It was around 20 seconds, I think, when they did drop off. And the rest of the team obviously finishes the fight out. In terms of damage numbers, if we have a look here, as you can see, my Sigrid did 46.6% of the damage with 55 million, followed by Eli at 43.7 million. Next up, I had Yola doing 17 million damage, which was more than I expected from her due to the fact she wasn't built with crit rate or crit damage. So all in all, 118 million from this team is quite good. However, like I said, since submitting this run and recording it, I have seen a few other things using Latalis in this team instead of Yola. So I'm going to build her out tonight and give that a little try tomorrow. And it might even require me changing the builds I've got on Eli and Sigrid a little bit, potentially adding more accuracy on Eli just to guarantee the poison debuffs. But I will be trying that out, and I will do another video on that once I've got that built out, if it's a improvement over my current team. However, based on the results I've seen, it does appear to be quite a bit different, or quite a bit better. I've seen upwards of 150, 160 million from this team with those few changes. So I'll be giving that a try, like I said, but I just wanted to be open and clear about the teams I was using on day one and see if it can help anybody else out. So that is all for this team, and obviously all for this video. The only other thing is I just want to say a huge thank you once again to the team at Dragonheir Silent Gods for sponsoring my content. If you are enjoying the look of the game and you want to give it a try or support my channel, please do click the link in the description or the pinned comment, and I'll see you in the next video.